Alright, gang, it's Tuesday. Hello. Hopefully Monday went well, better than mine. My fridge is fixed, like I mentioned last time, so things are going okay. We're back. Time for some more Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. And we're going to jump right in. My name's Ian, if you randomly clicked on the video. I have once again forgotten to open Streamer Bot, so I can't use my hotkeys, so I gotta click. But, last time, we opened the canal, and I gotta figure out where to go. To be fair, I should have probably been able to find these dwarves, but I just didn't think northwest for some reason. Anyways, yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do today. I wanted to make sure I got Final Fantasy in early in the morning. But other than that, I'm excited for today. Mostly trying to hydrate at this point. I did learn a few things. So, one of the things I'm planning on rambling about is movies. But so something I learned is that I use an Elgato Wave 3 and I use their Wavelink software, and their Wavelink software has a bug, and the bug is that if your computer, if you mute the mic, it also mutes my EQ, my noise compression, my limiter and all that stuff, which is fine because you muted your mic. If you unmute it, it turns back on, right? If you mute your mic and you turn off your computer with the mic muted, when it boots with the audio EQ effects disabled. So the last 2 days, when we streamed the finale of Devil May Cry, the DMC reboot, and when I recorded Final Fantasy yesterday, my mic was not EQ'd. Now, I still think it sounded okay, right? Which is kind of a testament to the quality of how good mics have gotten. But it is kind of annoying, because like, this sounds so much better. I can talk to you with my sultry voice. Hello, viewers. Tell me about your day. Yeah, so that happened. And I also, this is town. I also discovered another problem with it, which is if your mic is muted and your computer goes to sleep, the effects also wake up not unmuted. So I gotta put like a sticky note on my desk that says check EQ or something, you know? Then the other thing I found out is, right, the game was looking a little washed out. I do think we figured it out. It looks better, okay. Auto HDR really washes it out. And if you have HDR turned on, for some reason in this game in particular, it gets washed out. So we're working on it, you know. I think it looks okay. Let me know in the comments. We have made it to Melmond, so let's see what's going on here. Restore the crystals to grace. Hello? If the earth crystal regains its glow, life will return to the earth. The hills and valleys will be green again. Well, first I gotta go shopping, okay? Curaga. A lot of HP to one enemy. These are... Oh, they're only 4,000. Okay, I need this, and I need this. You know, those are just useful to have. Okay, we talked to you. Stop by my father's shop, okay? She's like, I'm out here, I'm marketing for the brand. You can't stop me. Anything to your liking. Faraga. To the previous floor. Interesting. What is the value of just going down one floor? Like, you could spam it 3 times to get out or something? I'm gonna hold off on buying that really quick. We're in the planning aspect of... I guess this is like the true phase 1 of Final Fantasy 1. I'm just a farmer. I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill. In the cave on the southern tip of this continent lives a man named Sada. He is wise and knows much. Most people who are wise are also kind of sad because they realize the futility of it all, but they choose to go on anyway. This is what happens when I get up. I've been getting up in the morning. I've been reading like 50 pages of whatever book I'm reading. And like I said, I finished the Brothers Karamazov, so now I'm working my way through Abundance. And I get into like existential morning moods. Watts is my name. I come all the way from the Duriger to find out the spring hide of the Earth's decay. Bro, what the fuck did you say to me? I've heard that ancients possess something with the power to make ships float in the sky. This looks important. I'm gonna go in there last. Long ago, a prosperous civilization thrived in the Northland. Now it's fallen into ruin. Okay, what do we got weapons-wise? No? No? Yes? No. I can't believe this is better than my whatever I'm wielding right now, but my worm killer. But we did open up all the chests and stuff, which is good, so it saves us some money. Okay, who's hanging out in the inn? Nobody? I guess we should rest up a little bit. You know, it must have been impressive after playing only like 2D games and stuff, which I love, to be clear. And all of a sudden have like a world that, like this, that extended, right? It felt like it grew outwards. The giant living in the cave eats rocks. To eat about any kind of rock. He especially likes gems. He can't get enough of them. Alright, armor. That 36,000 gold? Who the fuck do you think I am? Weight +1. Does weight slow you down? Okay, so let's start leveling people up. I'm gonna put that on him because he has the lowest HP. Now, what can we sell? Not that it's gonna make us a ton of money, right? But might as well. Okay. Get out of here, Stinky. I do love when the enemies drop weapons, because then we just get to sell them. The Werebuster. These are good for certain kinds of enemies, so I should probably hold on to it. I really don't have the Mithril Mail on somebody. That weirds me out. Let me just do optimal, 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 optimal. Okay, there's that. The Cavern of Earth. This is the south of Melmond on a peninsula called the Devil's Tail. It used to be closer. You got to the cave, the more fertile the soil. Now it's a barren waste. The earth is decaying, and it's all the doing of the vampire that lives in the Cavern of the Earth. Our town is in such rotten shape because he's blocking the flow of the power of Earth. Will you stop him for us? You don't ask for much, do you? There is nothing I, the great genius Dr. Un, do not know. What? You never heard of me? Inconceivable. Alright, let's see what the heck is going on in this cave over here. Okay, there's nothing. I really thought I could go in there. Okay, so there's a giant in the cave. It sounds like the dungeon we want to go in is on the southern tip. So I guess there's a few things. I really want 36,000 gold. I don't know how I'm gonna get 36,000 gold, but let's just start exploring. Anyways, back to movies. Also, how long have I been recording? So, like, I'm trying to be better about... this is a tangent. I'm trying to be better about when I brush my teeth, not drinking water and stuff immediately after, you know, like letting it do its work. So I've got about 15 minutes before I should drink water. Now, if you're thirsty, drink water, right? But like, I drink a lot of tea, and my teeth, like, I haven't had a cavity in years or blah, 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 but they stain a little easily. So I'm trying to be better about whitening them. I will say, my dentist here, really good, and they have a kind of sick insurance policy thing, right? Like, I'm self-employed, and I'm in a state that didn't expand Medicare, so insurance is expensive. So the southern tip is where the base is, right? Let's see what's in this cave. Yo, the music goes kind of crazy. My dentist was like, look, you can pay out of pocket, which is fine, but $500 a year, 2 cleanings, 10% off anything you buy from us, and you get like 1 emergency procedure. And I was like, sick. You shall not pass. Okay, Gandalf. Okay, so we need to find gems, which we honestly might get from the Durger. But yeah, so I'm trying to spend my time more productively. Now, I'm a big fan of, like, I think you should have rest. Like, you know, you should work hard and you should you should rest hard. Like, people deserve to let their brain turn off sometimes and scroll through some TikToks, right? But, you know, sometimes my rest is like, I'm gonna read 3 Atlantic articles while eating my lunch, and then I'll have made my brain more interesting, and I will have learned something and perceived the world differently. God damn it, so much poison. And so, I do want to start watching more movies, like the kinds of movies that, you know, you're supposed to have seen. We are in a legit dungeon. Okay, hold on, let me do something. I don't know how hard this is gonna be. Let's give ourselves a little save here. And so, movies on my list that I want to watch. So, I have seen the 1957 12 Angry Men. I want to rewatch it because I saw it in high school and I was a kid. I was definitely not old enough to appreciate the premise of that movie and the acting chops and all that. I'm going to see a movie called Measure Avenzoar tonight, which I'm excited for. Hello. Oh God, he wants to fight. I thought it was gonna be like the bats. Yeah, and you hit him with a Fira. And I actually kind of lucked out on that because it was a French premiere that I wanted to go see last week, and I just couldn't fit it in. It was only showing for 1 day, and then they announced that they were showing it again. And then I was like, oh, sick. And I was like, oh, damn it, it fell on my D&D day, and I didn't want to be the person to cancel D&D, right? And then last night, one of my friends was like, hey guys, sorry, I got to cancel, my parents are in town. And I was like, fair enough. But secretly in my brain, I was like, yes, to the movies. But what are some other absolutely must-see movies, you know, that you recommend? Leave them in the comments. I want to know. I've watched a lot of, I guess a lot isn't the right phrase, but I've watched a good amount of, give me a sec, my brain's working. A good amount of, do these guys respawn if I leave? Some Swedish, he is Swedish cinema, right? What the heck is his name? Ingmar Bergman. I've watched a decent amount of Ingmar Bergman movies, which, very, very good. Damn, we are annihilating these guys. I want to watch, I think I watched it with my dad as a kid, The Day the Earth Stood Still. they mentioned it in Abundance, which I was reading this morning, which is really interesting because they were talking about how, right, if you're a family raising kids, and I think this has something to do with the perception of people who are struggling, I guess. You know, they might not be homeless, is what I'm saying. But they were talking about how if you, there used to be boarding houses, right? Like, I think the premise of The Day the Earth Stood Still is that an alien escapes from some kind of government facility and is staying at a boarding house. And you don't really see those anymore. And they were talking about in the book how those were made functionally illegal because because if you're a family that can afford a 1 or 2 bedroom home, right? You don't necessarily want your kids growing up in a place where there are people who can't afford their own home nearby, or at least that's the perception of it, right? I think we perceive these people, or like society has made us perceive people as lazy who do that. Earth Elemental. Attack. Protect. And then it does seem like hasting you is a good idea. So they essentially, you know, like NIMBY culture got them. That thing was, that's how strong that was? I kicked that thing's ass. Kind of, it got 1900 gil. Kind of got them, banned, right? From culture. And they disappeared. But, you know, if you live in a big city, what do you not want around? Or, I guess, like, what do you, like, you know, what do people complain about seeing, right? Homeless people. And I am of the opinion that you should not judge someone for being homeless. I think that's an opinion everyone should have. Things happen, life is hard. But, right, boarding houses were a step between owning a home and being homeless. And so, you know, why in some cases has the amount of homeless people you see grown? Well, you know, we made it harder for them to have a simple, affordable room. Maybe, I'm gonna use heal just to heal us all up. Maybe it wasn't, right, like, it wasn't, like, glamorous, but, you know, they were off the street, you had a place to sleep, a place to cook, you could get a job, look for a job and stuff. So it's something interesting that I thought about because of reading that book. And they also make that point in it. And so I wanna watch the movie they were also talked about with that. It's such a fascinating idea that we have created, where we're like, we would like people to be able to live in cities. Holy crap, that guy hit for 88. Okay, let's take this guy out, hopefully. Alright, these guys are getting strong. We are halfway to that armor, though. Just looking at my stats. But we also don't really, and like, you know, we seem to be, I guess it's money, right? We're all held hostage by money and, you know, people who want to build up or build out instead of up and not use green energy and all this stuff. I don't know why I said energy, like more energy. More Right, there's not really, you know, any reason for us not to build up and eliminate urban sprawl. Or to, you know, get high-speed rail out there and stuff. So it's fascinating to me that, like, the kind of culture we've created, and I think it's starting to change, hopefully. In some cases, you know, you gotta fight for it, but please don't kill my mages! Okay. I mean, we're leveling up. We are struggling a bit. Anyways, what I'm saying is, I recommend reading Abundance if you want to learn about the laws that have shaped our culture and stuff over time, right? Like, you get a potion, you get a potion, you get one more potion. So we're probably gonna fight someone here. I knew it. Now, your ass kind of sucked last time, so just in case, haste me up, but we're gonna beat you down. You do hit hard, though. But yeah, so please, what are must-see movies in your opinion? They could be classics, they could be new. Potion? You know, I'm trying to fill in the gaps in my knowledge. This scares me. Let's see how we do against the Minotaur. No, okay, see you in hell, buddy. Okay. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. So yeah, so I like, you know, it's very easy for me to go on like Letterboxd and look up a list of the most watched movies or something. But I think it's smarter if I you know, if I watch stuff that people recommend because, you know, they think it's interesting, that like are involved, you know, who watched this, who talked to me, whatever, you know, stuff like that. Was that music normal? I was like, or is this a boss? It seems so intense. Okay. Can I see this map bigger? No. I do see an arrow pointing down. Now, I think we have done pretty well on this first floor. I'm scared of the next floor. But we're also not too far. I can feel cat hair on my face from that shiny new armor for our fighter. So I think we delve a little deeper Gandalf style, or not Gandalf style, Durin style, and see if we can get enough money. We can at least buy those bands, but you know, if we could also get the teleport spell, that would be really useful. It's so in the morning, right? I don't shower immediately. Normally, because I do some like yoga or stretching and stuff. And it just kind of depends on the order of my morning. I do like obviously brush my teeth, wash my face. But the problem with having a long-haired cat is that you wash your face and then you immediately have cat fur stuck to it over and over again, and I can just feel it. You got any heals left? You do. Excuse me, Bat. Let's go south first. I'm a little scared. Minotaur's cooked. They healed for like 3 or something? Or 9 that turn? They didn't attack though, what the heck? We're making good money per battle right now. Damn it. I hate when they get to go first because then we get a ton of poison. But yeah, so the movie I'm going to see tonight is I think I've finally broken the habit. I no longer say biopic, I say biopic, which I think biopic is more pleasantly melodic, but biopic obviously makes more sense based on the portmanteau we're making out of it. Get unpoisoned, buddy. What are we at? 27,000. Nothing down here. And it's about... So I had never heard of him, but when I saw the trailer at another French movie I saw, they were like, this is the true story of this guy, and then I was like, oh, Edith Piaf makes an appearance in his life, and she's, you know, got hold me close or hold me fast, this magic spell you cast. Right, La Vie en Rose. I had never heard of him, and so I did listen to some of his music when I was walking around doing stuff. Well, I guess you gotta get high potion, buddy. That's the way up. I was trying to see if my my mic was picking up on the plane and everything. Going by. And it's so, like, his music, so his name is Charles Avenzoar, is so, like, moody. Like, I really, like, you know, when I was walking around, I was like, oh, man, I can just imagine, like, the room this song was written in, with this atmosphere and everything. Okay, get out of here, spiders. I wish... Like, I think they're trying to take enemies off the board, the battle, auto-battler. But I'm like, don't attack the one the other one's attacked if you're gonna one-hit one of them. Troll, see you in hell. We're almost there, baby. The gang, the troll gang. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head if the coral sword, Carl. So accuracy up, but damage down by 1. Aquatic enemies. Of other movies that I've been meaning to watch for a long time, you know? And I can't really think of any right now. It's just like, I usually go see stuff in theaters. I'm excited to see Sinners. I'm a little biased because Haley Steinfeld, who is engaged to Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills, so I'm biased towards liking her because she likes my favorite football team, is in it. But I also love a good vampire story, you know? Okay, these guys hit hard. Maybe not as hard as I thought they did. That comes out next week. We're also excited. The Ren Fair is coming up here. Get out here, you little demons. Holy crap! Never mind. They're strong. We might be getting to the point where we need to retreat. But if we survive as long as possible, right? Like we'll know how to get out of here at least a little bit. No! Don't do that. Bad wraiths. Oh, wait. Do I find the... I guess the crystals are magical. I was like, do I find the earth crystal in here and then give it to the giant and he's like, you can go through? Oh, these guys are gonna paralyze the hell out of us. Oh, no. They're not that strong. I think we have a golden needle in the inventory. Yeah. Alright, I think it's time. This is good. We did good. We retreat and we gear up. We're gonna need to come back with you know, probably a few golden needles. But other than that, they're so fast. Why do they get to go first every time? You can't make them able to stun the entire party and they get to go first. That's not fair. But also get that teleport spell, plus the armor, and we'll be looking pretty good to make a dive in here, and with higher armor and you know stuff, we'll get out of here faster. I can't remember her first name right now. My brain wants to say Emma, but Cordova, you know, she makes the YouTube shorts and TikToks, and she's really funny. I really like all of her stuff. She made one about punctuation marks hanging out recently, and there's a joke about the difference between a hyphen, an N dash, and an M dash. And my group chat with some of my friends is talking about how people misuse them, and the grammar people, we're like, don't use an N dash when you should use an M dash, and they're like, shut the fuck up, nobody cares. Okay. Please die. I wish, well, I guess I don't wish that. I was like, I kind of wish there was an anti, like, monster repellent. But we're doing fine, and the XP and money will make it more valuable. My coaster. Oh, it's too far away. Hold on. I'll be back. Oh, I've returned, and no! A character died! I wasn't looking! Damn it, coaster! Face down with the legs up in the air, man. They really put the death posture in this game to be embarrassing. Wake the fuck up. They only give him 1 HP? Don't worry, we're gonna get out of here, buddy. I just want you to get the XP that you would get on the way out, too. Man, a whole 40 minutes and it was just me making it down 3 floors in the dungeon, getting enough money to gear up. But, you know, that's what dungeon delving is. I need to, like, for some of these longer dives, I'm gonna have to be like, here's like a Word document on my other monitor of stuff for me to ramble about. Because I did, like, you know, every morning before I sit down, like I said, I'm like, today, let's ramble about movies, you know, or whatever. And I kind of riff from there. Hell yeah. Okay. I'm glad it's not too far away from the city in this case. I'm going the wrong way. Because, like, if you had to use, like, a cottage to, like, prep before you went in, that would kind of suck. My back itches. I'm trying to do more stretching on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then, like, have, so Monday and Wednesday are, like, my hard run days, and then Tuesday and Thursday, I hate you. Why are you so, susceptible to all the status effects? But, like, you know, I have Monday and Friday be hard run day. Lesser Tiger. Be, hard run days. Tuesday and Thursday be some, like, stretching, yoga, maybe some body weight workouts. And then, Wednesday be, like, a long, slow run day. Okay. What am I doing? Armor. And I have noticed that my hips feel a lot better, but now I think I gotta get my arms and back going better. Hook me the fuck up, buddy. Equip this. Hell yeah. Sell this stinky iron armor that nobody wants. Now, we need 2 more of these, which we can afford. Oops. Go back over here. Optimize. Optimize. Oh! Give you the coral sword. Optimize. Now, I want to get the teleporter spell. Which we need 4,000 gold for. So let me see what I can sell first. And then we might have to just do a little mob farming to get enough for some other stuff. Cause it feels wrong to sell the mithril mail. We want to get some what are they called? The words. How do words work? Gold needles. Alright. Now, where is the item store? Those are the magic stores. Is there not an item store here? Okay. Either way, let me get enough for the teleporter spell. Maybe I can buy the a spell that's like de-stonification or whatever. You guys are in trouble now. I'm geared the fuck up. Only 88 gil here though. We were making some serious money in the cave. Like, that's probably the place to make money, but let me just go through this. I wonder, like obviously certain enemies drop more money. Like, if you're fighting a bandit, they probably have more money in their pocket than a damn wolf, right? But, I wonder, like, what the enemy that farms you the most money in Final Fantasy is. In the OG Final Fantasy. Come on, guys. Just roll over, scratch your belly. We can make a deal. I can just, like, you can grow your fur out. I'll take some of it. I'll sell it. We'll make garments of clothing, and then, like, we'll all be in it together, and you get, like, good dog food. Yo, we're actually trying to build corvid feeders, because we got some crows and stuff. And ravens around. And, I didn't know they ate dog food. Like, one of the things they like is cat and dog food in their feeders. I'm also growing plants, so, like, I'm becoming domesticated. No. Was Teleporter a black magic spell? It was. Instantly kills all enemies. Nobody can learn this? What? Okay, never mind. I don't need that money anyways, I guess. Well, I guess in that case, we're gonna save money. And here's what we're gonna do. I know we didn't really take that much damage. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna rest up. We're gonna make it back to the cave entrance. That'll be I mean, like, we didn't accomplish that much in this episode, except I guess we geared up and we kind of know where we're going. And so that we'll save out front of our cave. And that'll be the beginning of the next episode is cave diving. Holy crap, man. A lot of you. Cause, let's see what time it is. 9 o'clock. I gotta post our YouTube video. I gotta get our short going. Gotta get some stretching in. Gotta, you know, go join the real world, which is not as fun as the Final Fantasy world. Also, the sun is streaming in my window, and they got very bright in here all of a sudden. Wait. Oh, this is the... I went the wrong way. This is Giant's Cave. That has a sick flute line. Can you shadows leave me alone? Like, you guys are barely worth my time. Okay. Let's get ourselves one more fight. Bunch of spiders. How big does a spider have to be before you start to worry about it? Like, I'm not super scared of spiders. There are some spooky ass looking spiders in Georgia. You know, and like obviously you see a spider that big, you're like, but like, you know, I wonder what like the level of like, where does a spider become too big where it becomes like scary looking? Anyways, this is where we're gonna pause. Next time we will come back and we will conquer this dang cave. We're making good progress. Thanks for hanging out. Give me your movie rejections, movie suggestions, and we'll be back to continue on. Thanks for hanging out.